Clinton, who began the debate with a lead in nearly all battleground states, accused Trump of favoring Russia's leader over American military and intelligence experts after the Republican nominee pointedly refused to accept the U.S. government's assertion that Moscow has sought to meddle in the U.S. election. She charged that Russian President Vladimir Putin was backing Trump.
It's pretty clear you won't admit that the Russians have engaged in cyber attacks against the United States of America, that you encouraged espionage against our people.
Trump denied any relationship with Putin and said he would condemn any foreign interference in the election. He also repeated his accusation of the rigged election.
First of all, the media is so dishonest and so corrupt, and the pile-on is so amazing. The New York Times actually wrote an article about it that they don't even care. It's so dishonest, and they poisoned the minds of the voters. But unfortunately for them, I think the voters are seeing through it. I think they're going to see through it. We'll find out on November 8th, but I think they're going to see through it.
The debate quickly shifted from a calm, policy-focused face-off into a bitter and deeply personal confrontation. Trump called Clinton as nasty woman, while she panned him as unfit to be commander-in-chief. Underscoring the deep discord between Trump and Clinton, the candidates did not shake hands at the beginning or end of the debate. The 90-minute contest in Las Vegas just came under 3 weeks before Election Day, and with early voting underway in more than 30 states.
And now to get the highlights and a public reaction of the debate, we have VOA's Patsy Widakuswara live from Las Vegas. Hello, Patsy. Now, what are people saying now? Who won the last debate, Patsy?
I think by and large, most analysts as well as polls are giving the debate again to Hillary Clinton. It was notable, a debate for getting to policy matters, much more than the two previous ones. And we see, at least for the first 40 minutes, Donald Trump was much more measured, restrained, disciplined, and it was undeniably his best debate. However, about 37 minutes, about 40 minutes in, he came back to hurling a lot of insults, one racially loaded sentence on immigration. He said, "We have some bad hombres here," and now the term bad hombres, of course, meaning bad men in Spanish, is trending, as well as the hashtag nasty woman, which is a comment that he made to Hillary Clinton. So one thing that was immediate and also the biggest damage to the Trump campaign came with the line also that dominated this morning's news report, and it's also likely to be the debate's most memorable moment when he was asked by the moderator would he accept the results of the election. Donald Trump said, "I will look at it at the time." So he went to double down on his accusations of a rigged election and basically refused to acknowledge that the U.S. has a fair election system, which is the heart of any democracy, and therefore he refused to conform to the country's political tradition of a peaceful transfer of power. And this is what everybody is talking about, how Donald Trump is basically refusing to say that he will concede and accept the election whether he wins or loses. And things also got quite contentious when Clinton and Trump each accused the other of being a puppet when the subject turned to Russian espionage and Vladimir Putin. Clinton said that the Russian government has engaged in espionage against American, adding that the information that the Russians obtained was given to WikiLeaks. This is talking about her speeches, of course, with the purpose of influencing this election. And she went on to accuse Donald Trump of encouraging this Russian interference. And she said this is because he would rather have a puppet for a president. And then, of course, Donald Trump threw the accusation back by quipping to her, "You're the puppet." So those three things, hashtag bad hombres, hashtag nasty woman, and also hashtag you're the puppet is trending in social media since last night. I would say also, though, even though Hillary Clinton came out the winner of this debate by most accounts, she also had some bad moments where she had to defend the work of the Clinton Foundation, dealing with issues of conflicts of interest and criticism. This is, of course, the Clinton Foundation, which works on challenges in the development world, and Hillary Clinton has drawn criticism for accepting gifts from foreign countries and businesses with international interests while she served as Secretary of State.
Now, this was the final debate for both candidates. What's coming up right before the election?
Well, they're back on the campaign trail, and right now they're focusing on battleground states. They're both currently heading, if not already, in Ohio to campaign. There's still 19 days left before the election, and even though Clinton is right now leading in the polls by Real Clear Politics national average about 6 or 7 points as of yesterday. But there's still so many things that can happen, and with a candidate as controversial and explosive as Donald Trump, we really just don't know what will happen when voters walk into that voting booth on November 8th.
All right. Thank you so much. VOA's Patsy Widakuswara live from Las Vegas. Now, moving on, Peshmerga forces launched an attack against villages held by the Islamic State group in Mosul on Thursday, descending from the positions on Bashik and Narwar mountains. It follows an announcement that there would be a large-scale operation to the north and northeast of the city as their plan to retake it continued into a fourth day.